All right, guys, a very good evening to everyone. So, confirm me if I'm audible to you all. Just drop in the chat, yes, audible. Confirm to me.
So,
That's really great. Cool. Okay, so let's start the workshop. So, today is 24th April 2021. All right, so this is the workshop for you guys who wants to, start their career as a freelancer. So, how many of you people know about freelancing? This is my first question to you. But wait, we are not gonna start directly with the freelancing, but for the start, I wanna say a one word. You have just zoomed in to start your journey. You take the first step, which most of the people didn't even take. All right. So I just have a one word for you, and that is congratulations. All right. You took the first step. You are an action taker. And there are a lot of people who registered for the workshop. And I really, really don't care about how much is the quantity, because all I want is quality people who actually thinks about learning some things. They actually think about execution, who are actually action takers. I totally focus on that. I don't care about, even if you are, you know instead of six or seven, even if there is one people sitting in there, I will be delivering this workshop, because I know if I can change, I can transform one life, and that is all about I care. Right, so this is the workshop which is gonna, you at the end of the workshop, if you give your 100% commitment to me, I'll make sure that you will learn a lot of things from this workshop, right? So I am super excited and pumped to host you. Are you guys excited? And if you are guys excited, just go in the chat, type yes, I am excited. I want to see who is excited. No one is excited. Yes, Jatin said yes. Yes, great, great, keep them coming. Yes, this is really, really great. So how many of you guys have attended my earlier workshop and earlier program? Like, if you have attended any of these, you are 100%. I'm 100% sure that you know about me, and I'm very much serious about what I deliver, because I focus on quality. I already stated you that. And if you guys have attended any of these workshop or my program or my course, then you might be knowing what actually I delivered. I know there are some students of me who are sitting in the crowd, and yes, I'm really, really happy that they are here. One thing I just want to make sure, you guys get in your mind. We are here to help you. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to help you sell more. Now, you might be thinking about what should I sell, right? So you can sell your services. If you are a businessman, you can sell your products. If you are a, everyone is from another profession, right? So whatever you want to sell, you can sell this. But to sell something, you need a process, you need a strategy. That's what I'm going to tell you now. We'll be learning that in much depth. Don't worry about that. So, are you ready to be a receiver and help yourself unleash your true potential? If you are ready, type in the chat, yes, I am ready. I'm ready to uncover all the secrets for freelancing, to sell something, to sell my services. If you are ready, type in the chat, yes, I am ready. Great, great. So, how many of you here want to make best use of the digital economy era? I have seen, the use of internet, the use of digital marketing has grown, over by 200%, maybe 300% in the last year. How many of you have observed this from the time when lockdown was implemented in India? There was a huge growth in digital marketing, in the digital culture. Have you guys observed that? Type yes if you have observed this thing. Everything has gone digital, guys. Everything. So how many of you want to take full use or full benefits of digital economy era? Who wants to set up you? Who wants to use the internet for selling their services, for selling their products? How many of you are here for this particular thing? Great, Jatin said me. All of us is carrying a gift inside of us. Guess what? I wanna know what can you guess? We all have a gift inside of us. What is that? What is that gift? What do you think a gift we all possess? Type in the chat. I want to see your guesses. Okay. So let me tell you what is that thing. We all possess knowledge. We all have knowledge about certain things which we are doing, right? If there is some businessman, he is really, really great, knowledgeable about his business, his product. If you are into technical, you are a tech guy, so you have a great understanding, great knowledge of the tech, right? If you are a digital marketer like me, you have a great knowledge of the digital market. So what we have, what all we have a knowledge about certain thing, right? Can you relate that? You have knowledge, right? Or is there someone who don't have knowledge? I just want to see. Let's make this session totally interactive. I am gonna give you a chance to appear on the spotlight too. All right. So knowledge is the new currency. How many of you people believe this statement? Knowledge is the new currency. This is something either we keep this to us or we can share this as much as we can. So, how many of you guys believe this statement that knowledge is the new currency? Is there any believer on the statement? If you are a believer, type in the chat, say yes, I am a believer. So just say yes, just type the yes. That's great to know. Kashish said yes. Great. So to build a stronger brand on internet, you need to learn how to shower this knowledge to the world, how to create an impact and deliver value to people who wants it. Now there are certain things you not need to know about it because you all have something. You all have knowledge about certain things, but if you can't deliver those things to the people who actually wants it, it's not gonna create an impact, right? You need to target right audience. You need to show them what you got, right? How many of you, want to share their knowledge with other people? Do I have some actually action takers? Let me be very clear. How many of you have no clue what are you here for? Do you all guys know what are you getting into this particular workshop? How many of you have no clue what you're gonna get and what I'll be teaching you for the next 2 hours or the next 3 hours? You have Do you have any clue or no? Type in the chat, guys. Make this session interactive because if I don't get any responses, I'll not be getting any positive energy from my side, right? So let me tell you, this is the workshop for all those people who actually wants to build their career in freelancing and influencing, right? If you are a particular person who is looking forward to sell the services to the people out there who actually need it, if you are someone who is looking forward to enhance their skills and some particular aspect that they can do something better in their field, right? So you are at the right place. You are here attending this workshop, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do that thing. How many of you here meeting me for the first time? Type in the chat, say me. So I just wanted to tell you that I'll be getting deeper into the subject in the next 2 hours. You will be getting a lot of things in the next 2 hours. Please make sure you are carrying a paper along with you. You have pen and paper because there are a lot of things, and I don't want you to get distracted because you don't get anything. So please freshen up your mind and carry a pen and a paper, and whatever you think you should not take a note, right? So before we start the session, there are certain rules. I actually want to see who are action takers among this. There are a lot of people attending this workshop. So I actually want to see who all are action takers. So take a screenshot of this and tag me in your story and showcase that you are attending this workshop. I just want to see who actually all are action takers among us. All right. So I don't want you to miss a single second. Give me your 100% commitment for the next 2 hours. Listen to everything I say. Right? Take a note, whatever you feel If you want to take a note of something, you can. You want to take screenshots, you can. You will get this recording. Okay. Tell me one thing. How many of you have got the access of the LMS? How many of you got the access? Type in the chat and say yes, I got the access of the LMS because all those the recordings and the templates and the PDFs all gonna be present in the LMS section. I'm not gonna be delivering over this mail. Everything will be present in the LMS section after this workshop, or most probably by the morning you will be getting everything. All right. So how many of you have got the access? Please type in the chat and say yes, I got the access. And if you don't get access, please just drop your name in the chat and I'll make sure that you got the access because you are attending this workshop and I have to make sure that you'll get access to everything. So let's move to the practical training. I'm gonna head towards the practical training. I'm not gonna miss a single second because I'm really excited for this. Are you excited? Again, Are you excited to deep diving into the training? Jatin is asking, are we getting access to the other courses too? So actually, no, because other courses are paid, and you will be getting access to this particular section, to the recordings and templates and PDFs of whatever I'm gonna share. I will be share everything with you, but you will get access to only this particular training, right? Yeah. So first of all, a little bit about me. I am Harshjan. I'm the founder of harshjaindigital Marketing Agency and Institute. I have been in this industry since 2017, and I have served over 200 plus national and international clients, trained over 50 plus students in last 3 months. All right. So, how many of you have heard about freelancing? Who? How many of you know what freelancing actually is? Do you know what is freelancing? Do you guys know about this? Type in the chat. Say yes. If you know, type in the chat. Say yes. I know. I want to know whosoever is attending the session knows about freelancing, because this is everything we are going to talk about. So you need to know about freelancing. Okay, Jatin said yes. I know. So okay, great. So the people who don't know, I like to tell them, freelancing is something you are doing, you are offering your services for some, to someone for some cash or some, contract. You are doing something for someone in return of, money, right? This is something we call freelancing. You are not an employee of a company. You are doing something on a part-time basis. Contract can be on a long-term basis, but you are doing that on part-time basis, right? This is something freelancing. All right. So, do you want to make money doing what you like most? This is a really interesting question, and I think you all want to make money doing what you like most. So, if you want, then type yes, I want. Type in the chat and say yes, I want to make money doing what I like most. Yes, great. So do you have a skill set? Because when we are talking about freelancing, the number one thing which we have to possess is a skill set. Do you have a skill set? Do you think you can have that particular thing to help someone, to offer someone? Do you think that? Okay, so if you don't have that skill set, right, I'm gonna teach you how to get that skill set. Don't worry about that, right? So let me clear a biggest misconception. People in any field, if you are a blogger, you can perfectly do that. People into digital marketing can do that. Okay, I agree. But if you are a businessman, you can do that. If you are, if you know about, you have some skill, just give me some skills. Like I can take an example and I can keep moving forward with that. Even if you have a shop, if you sell garments, you can do that. Freelancing is something you can do, right? You can do everything. If you are absolutely beginner, you can do this. Trust me, I'm going to teach you each and everything about that. So yes, anyone can do it, because you don't need any particular skill set. You just need to mix things up. You need to see what things are actually working for whom, right? And this is the way you keep moving forward, right? So one just needs to be experienced enough in what they're offering, because this is freelancing. And I'm saying this from my experience, my personal experience. If you are not experienced enough in what you are offering, then you end up making your life miserable, because you need to be experienced enough. Because if someone is paying you money, then he or she needs extreme, excellent services. And if you can't offer them, they're gonna give you a lot of negative reviews. And one negative review can mess up your whole career. So trust me on this. If you are absolute beginner, you don't know where to start, don't go out and start trying freelancing. First, learn the process, how we have to keep, pushing ourselves into the freelancing world. We have to, offer our services in a way that they can't refuse, right? So this is the thing. So I divided freelancing into two stages, right? मतलब two parts. One is stages and one is processes. We're gonna be diving into each one of them, right? we're gonna be get to know all the things. So first of all, coming to the stages, what are the different stages of freelancing? There are only three cases. You might be an absolute beginner, you might be an intermediate, or you might be an expert, right? If you are a beginner, you might not be having any portfolio to showcase your client. Like whenever you approach someone, they ask for the portfolio, right? Show us your previous work. Even when you are sitting in a placement, what what will they ask? What will the interview will ask? Show us what you have achieved right now. What's your experience, right? So same is the case with freelancing. When you go out for the freelancing services, offering what you have got, then there are people who ask you for the portfolio for your past projects. So if you are an absolute beginner, you might not be having any portfolio, right? So I'm gonna be helping you with this, how to start if you're an absolute beginner, right? If you are an intermediate person, you might have portfolio, you might be getting two clients, three clients, four clients, but all of those are temporary. You are not able to get high ticket clients, right? This might be the case. You are not able to get high ticket clients. And trust me when I say this, having 100 calls and converting one lead for $10 or $20 and getting $100 client directly approaching you to offer your services is something which you need to have, right? This is the thing. And if you're an expert, you're doing freelancing for the 2 years or 3 years down the line, then you might be having a great portfolio. But what you want to set up an on agency, you want to set up your own agency, you want to automate the things. So this is something which I'm going to help you. So what are the processes of the freelancing? Right, there are 6 to 7 different things which we need to be which we need to make or plan before moving forward into the freelancing. So the number one thing, if you are a beginner or if you are an intermediate, if you are an expert, you have to have a portfolio, right? Without portfolio, no one can help you because whenever you will go, always people are going to ask for you. People going to ask you for the portfolio, and you need to have a portfolio in order to crack the deal, right? Next, we'll be moving onward to searching and connecting with clients. How to search for the clients and how to connect with the clients, right? Next is something like profile generation on freelancing platform like Upwork, Fiverr, People Per Hour, Guru. These are some platforms on which you can generate, right? There you can bid on the projects, right? And this is ultimate skill set, bidding. I'm getting so much in depth onto the bidding on how to create a proposal because this is something, if you have everything and you don't know how to bid, you can't do anything in the freelancing world. You need to know how to bid on the projects, how to crack a deal, how to propose something to someone, right? This is something you need to have. Even if you know bidding and you don't have anything, you can crack the deal. Trust me on this. You need to know what is bidding, and I'm going to share every bit of my experience with you guys. So the next and last thing we're going to be covering in this session is project management and delivery. How to manage multiple projects at a single time and how to make sure that they are getting delivered on time with accuracy, right? So this is something we're going to be covering in our session. This is a highlight of the session. So if you are interested now, if it sounded like yes, this is something we're gonna learn. This is something this which is amazing. Type yes, I want. Type yes, I want to learn this in the chat, and I am gonna see. Okay, great. So let's discuss them one by one. But before moving on, I want to you know tell you something. You need to keep things in mind. The number one thing, avoid doing mistakes. Trust me when I say this, you can't afford mistakes. As I already told you, when you do freelancing, people are giving you money in return. You can't afford the mistakes, right? But we are human beings, we can't control the mistakes, right? They happen eventually, even if we want. Even if we don't want to, they happen eventually, right? So we need to avoid doing mistakes. And even if you did, what you need to do is you need to follow a process. You need to go to the clients up, be upfront, right? that yes, you did something and you want to improve that, right? So what can I do for that? You need to go and ask him that. Whenever you get a client, if you have done something mistakes, if you have done something wrong, then you need to do this, because whenever we get a client, we want to establish a connection with them. We don't want them just, you have given me the work, I have delivered, you paid me money, now go your way. We don't want that. We actually try to go get a connection between, establish a connection with the client, right? This is the way of getting the things done, because ultimately what you have to feed in his mind, yes, if I have this work, I know a person who can deliver this with excellent results, and that name is of yours, right? So if you are setting this mindset into his mind, then yes, you are going the right way. So the second point is, don't get overexcited on getting the first projects. I have seen a lot of people getting overexcited when they get the first project, and ultimately they start, literally they start jumping when they get the first project. Like, yes, yes, I got the project worth $100. Yes, I got it. And what they miss is, whenever you start freelancing, whenever you get a project, whenever your bid call accepted, you need to start working on that ASAP, as soon as possible. Because if you are doing freelancing on an, platforms like Upwork and freelancer.com, Fiverr, what they track how fast can you deliver and how accurate can you deliver. This is something which really matters. Accuracy and time, on time delivery really matters. So this is what you need to do. Whenever you get a project, you need to dive onto the project ASAP, right? Because whenever if you give your client the results he wants, all right, on time, and even before the time, right, he's gonna be extremely happy, because you are saving his time, and time is everything. People actually don't care about the money they have to invest in, but they care about the time, right? So you need to save their time. You need to be very careful in what you're offering, how accurate is your work, right? Accuracy is something you need to focus on, but on time delivery is also something you need to focus on. You can't, if you have decided a day to deliver your content, to deliver the work, you cannot exceed that, because this sends a message to them that the person who set the time limit is not actually, you know following his words. Then how can he deliver the results I want? So this is something they get. They really feel very negative, because they are investing in something. So you need to be very careful and what you are offering, and whatever you are offering, you are really, confident in that, right? So always try to finish the work before deadline, and don't forget to ask for the testimonial from the client. Testimonials, having testimonials is really important. Apart from the portfolio section, you need to have testimonials. You can ask for them, video testimonials, or you can ask them for the text testimonials. But yes, ultimately you need to have testimonials, because this is something which, highlight your brand, that yes, this is the person who is actually giving me the services I want. This is the person who has actually helped me in this particular thing. So this is something you need to have, as testimonials are really important for you. So mark these things, because you need to understand that these are really small things, but they have a great impact, right? So let's move on to the portfolio management. How can you manage your portfolio? So let me answer the question. If you are an absolute beginner, because many of you are absolute beginners, uh, right? So let me answer this question for you. So if you are an absolute beginner, what you can do, you have to test yourself, because you never done any freelance project earlier. So what you need to do at the first, is test yourself. How well you are performing in offering your services, and but from where you can start it, go offer your services for free. Trust me, this is really important. If you're a beginner, this is the very first step of making your portfolio. You need to offer your services for free, and you need to test how well you are performing. Because if someone is not paying you and you are doing the work for him, from your own will, then this is a understanding that yes, if you did very well, then it's all of your efforts, right? And if you fail in something, that's yes, things happen, right? You don't even pay me. So this is something you need to offer your services for free. Go out, search for the clients in your local area, and start implementing, start doing work. You will find a lot of clients. You will find thousands of clients in your local area, right? You just need to go them with a proper approach, which I'm going to show you. Trust me, right? So try to get testimonials. I already told you this, because getting a testimonials from every client you have worked with, whether it is free, whether it is paid, you need to have testimonials, right? Because testimonials differentiate you from others, right? This is something you have an edge. So add your projects and testimonials on the freelance platforms. Yes. Apart from that, what you can do, if you can invest in something, then the number one thing I recommend you is building a website for yourself. Mention your services and all the projects you have done, whatever that is, with a little bit of detail, a description, and a clear picture. Mention your past projects, your portfolio on your website, mention your services, build, make a page. Have you all seen my website? Type yes if you have seen my website. All right. So you need to have a website, right? And you need to add your projects and testimonials on the freelance platforms as well. Now, one thing which I, feel that people have missed, people actually forgot to use, is only using high graphics in videos. Whenever you are creating, whenever you are showcasing your portfolio, you need to have really high graphics. And you really, if you can make the videos, then you should. But if you can, at least use high graphics, use high quality pictures, right? This is something which, makes the clients feel, yes, this is something really professional. So you should be using high graphics, right? And the last but not least, copy of your services should be very clear, right? Explain how you can help them. Now, what I mean by copy is the description part. Whenever you describe your services, you need to be very clear. What are you offering? And instead of explaining about your experience, you should explain how you can help them. Whatever the project you have done, you need to highlight it as how you have helped them, instead of explaining about your experience. You need to get under the client's skin, because ultimately he will be the one to paying you, right? So you need to explain in very clear words that how you can help him, right? So let's head over to the searching and connecting with clients. Do you guys have any question till it? If you have, just type in yes, I have a question, and I'll allow you to unmute yourself and ask the question right away. If you have any question, just say yes, I have a question. So how to search and connect with the clients? So the number one approach I already told you is go out in your local market, because this is something which will help you make your portfolio better. There is nothing which you can offer, and there is nothing like this that people in your local area not be in need of that particular thing. So you should go out, explore a little bit, search for the potential clients, whoever your client says. Let me give you an example that I am a digital marketer, and I am from a very small area, right? To be very honest, I'm from a very small area where people don't even know don't even know about the digital marketing. They don't understand the fact that they should be using this to promote their businesses. All of the reason I have heard is that we are not be able to manage it, and we don't have high margin, we don't have high customer base to manage these things. So this is something the situation, but ultimately you will find the clients. You will find, if you go by the proper approach, I'm going to tell you, I was able to get the clients, and I make sure that you will be able to get those clients too. So another place where you can search and connect with the clients is LinkedIn filters. Have you ever searched for the clients over the LinkedIn? Have you ever? Give me a single, time if when you have searched for the clients in your local area or wherever you want using LinkedIn filters. Have you tried that? Whatever services you are offering, whatever you need to search them on the platforms where actually businessmen have accounts. So you need to go on the LinkedIn, apply the filters like wherever you want them to be. If you are from like a urban city, type in your location, type in what type of job people you want, type in what type of people in which company they should be working on, and whatever you want to offer, type that keyword and hit enter. You will find hundreds of results, right? Hundreds of results. Try to make connections with them, right? Don't go and pitch them directly. Try to make connections, send them messages, read them and make a bond with them, and then start explaining yourself that what actually you do and how you can help them, right? So this is the way growing your LinkedIn connections is really important. So make sure to grow your connections 20 per day. Go out, search for the clients, search for the people you want to offer, grow your 20, send connect requests to them, grow your club, grow your LinkedIn profile 20 connects per day. So this is something which is gonna be helping you a lot because LinkedIn can give you high ticket clients directly at your doorstep. You don't need to go out and approach them again and again. If you got few clients, like 5 or 10 clients from LinkedIn, you can showcase your work. They can be word of mouth for you, and you will be getting clients on autopilot. Like trust me, this works because this is something lots of people are doing. If you have heard about Web of Sydney, he's also doing this. He has 280K followers, like something on LinkedIn, and he's something next level. So actually LinkedIn works. Getting clients for you is like a that's it. So always try to gather all the details about the service you want to offer before approaching them. Now this is something you need to understand. You can't go and offer your services to someone and you don't know anything about that. So you need to do a bit of research. You need to not a bit of research. I'm going to tell you how actually you dig into. Or actually have you go to I want to give you all the process details. Like you have to go this way to get all the clients to you. You can use also use freelancing platforms to pick up the projects, become an online bidder. Yes, you can offer, you can use Upwork, Fiverr. Fiverr is a great place to start with. I was telling you, like, you should be offering your services on freelancing platforms. You need to pick up the projects and become an online bidder, right? Because becoming an online bidder is something you need to have. Ultimately, approaching clients on LinkedIn is also an online bidding, right? But I know there is a lot of saturation over the freelancing platforms. Sorry. So what's gonna best work for you? What's gonna work best for you is going on the LinkedIn, going in the local market, start getting projects from there. Ultimately, make a portfolio, get testimonials. After that, you will getting the clients on autopilot. You don't have to go out and actually approach the clients. Instead, people will start approaching you, right? So this is how things work, right? Yeah, leverage the freelancing platform. So you need to make your profiles on all the freelance platforms out there: Upwork, Free, Fiverr, and People Per Hour, Guru. There are other platforms also, right? You need to have a profile on those platforms, right? You need to take advantage of every platform you got, every opportunity you got, right? Mention every details of your past projects there. Ultimately, I have told you this also already. You can mention that on your website, on the gigs. If you are on the Fiverr, you need to set up gigs. On Upwork, you need to set up projects. So you need to mention everything, whatever you have done in those projects, whatever was your you know role, and whatever the results you have got. You need to mention everything very carefully on those platforms, right? And try to get the best reviews from your clients after the completion of the projects. Whenever a project gets completed, whenever you deliver something and it has been marked or you're like okay from the client, you need to ask them for the review. You have to go up front. You need to be very upfront with your clients. You need to go and ask them for their honest reviews. Don't need to force them to give you positive reviews, right? You need to ask them very, if you are confident enough that you have given the quality work they want, then just go out there, ask them for the review, right? This will help you in getting other projects also, because when you work on the freelancing platforms, before hiring you, people actually check whatever projects you have done and have they been rated by the people, what are the reviews, what is the experience of the people who has worked with you. So these are some things which you need to focus on. And the last thing you can do on the freelancing platform is you can set up an online agency and collaborate with the people around your niche. Now you might be an experienced builder, you might be an experienced freelancer who is getting a lot of projects, getting clients on automation. So you are actually good in freelancing. So what you can do is you can set up your online agency. You can go on Upwork, set up an agency. You can collaborate, actually add people in the group. You can build a group. You can add other people working in the different niche. Uh, you know, uh, add them in your group, and what from that platform you can showcase not just your projects, you can showcase their projects also. So this is the biggest part where clients actually believe that yes, this is the all-in-one stop for us. We don't have to go for logo at another place, we don't have to go for digital marketing. If we face any tech problems, we don't have to go to another place. This is a spot where we can get everything we want. So you need to have that. At the end of the day, you will be needing an agency, but for the time being you can start solo, and you need to get reviews, you need to get testimonials, you need to gain experience on how to build. Now I'm going to tell you how to build, right? So building, what this is the ultimate skill set, you need to have the skill set. So what is a build? Tell me, how many of you know what is a build? All right, so let me tell you what is a bid. Bid is something, when you go out on the freelance platform, there are people posting jobs for you that they want this work. So what do? You go out, write a cover explaining the services you can offer and how you can tell them. You uh, you mention your rates, whatever you will charge them for whatever the project is, and you set up a deadline that you can deliver the work in this particular time period. So this is something called as bid. You are bidding, and a lot of other people are also bidding, right? So this is something. All right, so you need to have this, right? Because this is something you can't afford missing. All right, so you need to be a good bidder. So how to create a proposal? I'm getting into this, and this is gonna be crazy. I'm telling you, this is going to be amazing for you. How to make them that they need you, right? This is something. And how to automate the working of an agency if you have some initial money to invest in. This is also something I'm gonna tell you in this. So let's start with the art of selling a proposal, because this is something you need when you want to sell your services, when you want to sell your products. So you need to know how to create a proposal. So how to know what actually is a proposal. All right, so let me tell you this. A proposal is a good conversation starter, and this will help you stay along with the course without any deviation. Means you have to set a path for your clients to understand what you are offering. Right? I'm going to highlight all the steps you need to create a proposal, a good proposal actually. So you need to have that, right? So let's dive into this, understand what you need, and we're good to go. So again, I'm telling you guys, if you need to take any screenshots, you can. If you need uh, you know to note down, to craft things, you can craft things, right? So what a good proposal contain? So any good proposal have these three things: clarity about what you are offering, structure and flow, explaining the processes, and the timing. When will you finish this? How much time you will be needing to complete these steps, these processes? This is the no, these are things which a good proposal contain. All right. So a complete research about your client's business, product, and their operations is necessary before you pitch. You need to have a complete knowledge about what you are offering and how can this be helping them in their business, in easing their efforts on their operations. You need to be very clear about these things. So you need to Always remember one thing: you are not selling for the sake of selling, right? You are selling for solving their problems, right? This is something which you need to have in your mind. You are not selling just for the sake of selling. What if you will make some money, and what after, right? You need to have a bond between yourself and the client. So you are not just selling your services, you are making a bond, you are solving their biggest problems, right? So you need to have this in your mind. So this is something amazing. Seven key slides in any proposal. I'm going to cover each and every of these slides in much more detail, right? So let's understand what are these. If you want to take screenshot, you can, guys, because this is something really, if you got this at the first, you are good to go. Otherwise, you have to understand this process again and again and again, and this will take a lot of your time. So understand this once, and literally, I'm telling you, if you understand the perspective, like how to, if you get the art of how to pitch, then you can do anything. You don't even need a job. You are a person who actually wants to escape 9 to 5. That's why you are here, right? Tell me how many of you wants to escape 9 to 5 job. Tell me how many of you are there? If you are someone who is actually looking forward to escape 9 to 5 job, then type in the chat and say yes, I am. So let's understand what are the objectives. Objective is something defining what you want to achieve, right? All the objective, you can consider them as the goal, end goal, what you want to achieve for your clients. So you need to set the context in such a way that yes, you want to start from this by doing this, and we are going to achieving this. Like this is something you need to have in your objectives. You need to have a clear objective, right? Then it times the second of step is ego. You need to hurt their ego. Ego is identify all the errors they have been doing since, last 3 months, last 6 months, last 1 year. You need to have that in your slides, because when you are not showing them their errors, their mistakes, they are not going to believe you. They're never going to believe you, right? So you need to hurt their ego. And the next thing is show them fear. Show them what their competitors are doing. Competitor analysis. You need to understand that showing your client what others are doing in their field is something they fear most, because all of us are, looking forward to beat each other. So we have to have, the number one spot. So showing them the biggest, the pitching them through the biggest fear is something you need to include in your slide. Channels. Define how you're gonna achieve what you wanna achieve. Like you need to have channels. Like I'm gonna do this, like the objective which I have mentioned earlier, by this, through this. Like for an example, let's suppose uh, my targeted client says restaurant. Right? I go to a restaurant owner, right? And I ask them that yes, you are liking this, you are getting lots of, you are not getting so much of the customers at your doorstep. So what I can do is I can help you achieve lots of customers at your doorstep. I can capture the audience base for you. I will generate some leads for you. I will sell your products, right? I can help you with this. Now I can identify their errors. Like this is something you are not doing great. Your online management is not really good. You are getting lots of negative reviews on your profile. Now I can show them the fear, right? Like the other restaurant is doing this and it is generating them more customers than you. Now this is what they fear most. Like I want to have more customers at my restaurant. I don't want them to have, right? Now channels, how, whom you are targeting. I'm targeting people who actually like to be at your restaurant or the restaurant you are competing with, right? And what can you target, how you can target. I can target them through Facebook, through Instagram. Now this is something which you need to define. Channels, actually, where are you targeting? You need to define your audience persona. This is audience persona, right? You need to define who are your audience. You need to have a lot of clarity on this thing. You need to know Like actually, this is the person I need to target. If you are if you are someone, if you have a coffee store, so you need to target the people who actually love to have a coffee, right? And at a certain time of period, you need to understand this. I'm going to be teaching you this also. Strategy. How will you achieve? Right? You need to define the steps. Yes. First, I will start with this. First, I will start with getting the campaign set up. First, after that, I'll be looking forward to get all the negative reviews turned into the positive ones by actually understanding what you are lacking in. Right? This is something you need to define, and the deliverables, how to deliver whatever you are want to deliver. This actually comes at the last. But what I have seen people doing is they actually put deliverables at the budget first. They actually tell them that yes, how this is what I'm going to charge you for this. But what you need to do is you need to define, right, what they'll be getting, and after that you need to define what you're gonna charge them. This is the step-by-step process. You need to know that, right? So let's get into the objectives. So your objectives must be very clear. Address all the current issues of the brand, whatever they are facing, and how you can make them correct, right? It must be very clean, crisp and clear, right? They need to have a clear perspective, like yes, this is something we are lacking in and we want to fix these things. So we need to do the steps. So don't include more than 5 pointers, because if your objectives are way too much, then it's going to confuse them. Like we are having these difficulties, and how we don't want to do that. This is not something we are lagging in. That actually creates a negativity among them. That no, this person is actually highlighting all the steps which I am good in. You know, this is something. This is something actually happened with me. Actually, this is my personal experience. So you need to be very crisp and clear, and don't add more than 5 pointers. And those 5 pointers will be according to the flow of your presentation. Like you need to present everything. Like if you have mentioned first the first pointer about the Facebook campaign, then next of your slides will be about Facebook campaign. Right? You need to address like what are you actually lacking in the Facebook. Right? This is the way you should be going forward. A case study. I'll be telling you a case study. What actually happens is, I just got a I, I got a brand. Like I'm a digital marketer, right? So I there is a brand. I can't just disclose the name, right? So they came to me and asked for my services. So, but again, I follow the same process. They came to me, but still I keep on repeating the same process. I make a proposal for them. So this is the objective part which I mentioned. This is just the objective part. I analyzed their work, whatever they have been doing. So this is something I figured out. So I give them objectives. Like I will redefine your brand tonality and create a new visual definition across all the suggested channels. Like they are lagging behind in social media, and they are not, you know, signaling what their brand is all about. So this is what I pitch them, like I can fix this thing, and I'll focus strongly on building brand awareness about about the product. And I will do this through social media channels. And I can use blogs, videos, engagement posts, whatever you will consider. I will be focusing on that point. So this is something I propose. And the main focus point is I will create an Instagram focused channel, because people are actually active on Instagram rather than the Facebook. Yes, there are age group, 35 plus people are actually on the Facebook, but all the younger persons are on Instagram. So I will set up the campaigns. I'll drive traffic to your website, and I will integrate the Instagram shop. So this is something, you need to give them clear visual on what are they lagging behind and how you can help them. This is a clear cut process. This is something they need to know when they are actually investing their time in you, investing their money in you. So you need to give them a clear visual about the services you are offering, right? So This is the template for you, and also case studies, right? So I, a luxury garment, right? So I have a store position at the leading luxury garments. If you are getting a, if you are approaching a garment store, then this is what you can propose. Like, to help the store position at the leading store in luxury garments, you need to define something, right? What you want to achieve. To gather desired number of leads and increase store visits. What you will do for them? You will get them the leads out of the Facebook, out of the Instagram, and you will eventually increase the store visits, right? You need customers to actually step into their stores. So you ultimately will be doing this also, right? To understand the audience and create a communication strategy. What will you do to capture the audience base from the market for especially interested in their brand? And how will you create a communication strategy? This is something you need to propose, right? To create a comprehensive market plan, because everybody will want to know what are you proposing, how will you plan to capture this market, and how much the budget will be. So you need to give them the numbers, and to achieve key results by creating a funnel system. I'll be telling you about the funnel system, so don't worry about the funnel system. We'll be understanding the funnel system in like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But yes, I'll be giving you what exactly is a funnel system. Actually, here it is. You don't have to wait, right? So introduce the concept of funnels. And now, why funnels? If you know about funnels, you how many of you have seen Instagram ads or Facebook ads? How many of you have seen this stuff? Tell me, message me clearly if you have seen the advertisements on Instagram, if you have seen the sponsored posts on Facebook. And type in the chat and say yes, I have seen. Have you seen the Instagram posts, marked as a sponsored posts? You must have seen them. If you are a Instagram user, you must have seen the advertisements. All right. So all those are actually, Facebook ads or Insta ads. They actually, whenever you click on that, they actually open up an instant experience page, or open up a landing page for you. So that is something where the funnel starts. So I'll be explaining the concept. Don't worry. But for the time being, what you need, why you need to introduce the funnels, because along with the explaining them with examples, that how will you do whatever you are offering them, you need to mix it up with a bit of technical stuff which they found difficult to understand. You don't have them to understand the procedure. What, you don't get them actually what they need. You don't give them directly what they need without obviously getting something, right? So include something technical in this, so they'll find, yes, this is something I can't do, right? Because ultimately, if you pitch everything, they'll keep on searching for the different vendors, and wherever they find the situation best, they'll get them. So you need to be very careful about what you are pitching, how you are pitching, and this is the thing which you need to be very careful about. So you need to mix it up with a bit of technical stuff, not very much, but yes, a bit is must, right? You need to also keep this in mind. The clients love to understand and compare their growth chart with their competition. You need to actually show them, like, how are their competition is performing, how the competitor is performing, like in the last 3 months, and how they are performing. You need to show them the graphs, you need to show them the numbers, right? I'll be telling you how to show them the numbers they need to show, or they need to see. So for the time being, let's start with something else. Always go fully prepared, so you don't have to miss anything before going to pitch them. You need to create a fully detailed report for them to help them understand where they are lagging behind, because this is something which is actually, this is the step where you are actually getting under their skin. You might be seeing a graphic of the TV reporter, right? What they do, they get everything. Whenever they find a report, when they find a case, they'll actually get onto it. They'll research about it, whatever the scene is, whatever the situation is, and what should have happened. They get a detailed report, and then they'll get back to us from the news channels. So this is what you need to do. You need to get out in the market, search for your clients, study about them, study about their competition, make a report, and then you have to get to them. This is something which you need to do. right? So it's time to hurt their ego. Like after those things, it is actually the time to hurt their ego. Tell them about their mistakes. For example, if you're pitching for digital marketing services, you can go with analyzing and highlighting the errors in their website, whatever the thing they are lagging behind in the website. Like you can do an SEO audit, find out what are they lagging behind in the terms of SEO. You can do, website loading speed audit. You can search that whatever the thing is they are missing out in the terms of website, and you can check out the domain authority, like how authorized are those domains, and what is their page authority. These are some digital marketing stuff. So you need to study, you need to actually analyze what are your clients lagging behind. So this is the time for the introducing the fear, the competitor analysis. Show them how their competitors are doing across the channels. You need to actually get into this and show them like what are they doing and how their competitors are doing across the channels. You need to include this slide. I'm going to show you uh, how to actually make a competitor analysis chart for your clients to show them like this is something you are lagging behind, right? So you need to have this also in your proposal. This is all about proposal. Trust me, we have covered three things here. The number one thing was objective, how to write objectives. The number two thing was introducing the ego, hurting their ego. The number three thing is the fear part. All right. So if you have any questions still yet, just type in the chat box and say yes, I have, and you can ask your questions right away. Just type in that section and uh, ask me if you have any questions. All right, so let's move forward. This is not about digital marketing only. You just need to be creative enough to plan what you can offer. You just need to be very creative. If you are into tech, there are lots of companies who actually looking out for the tech people to help them in the stuff. So you need to be very careful in what you are offering, right? You need to create an offer plan. You need to create a business plan for yourself also, like what you can offer and how you can offer in order to get most out of your clients. So this is something you need to have. Like again, what I have explained to you, if you are into tech, you need to go and find out the clients who wants to automate their processes using technology driven strategies and plan what you can offer. This is something you can do for yourself if you're into tech, right? So this is something. Okay, so this is a sample report of one of my client. I'm sharing this with you, right? So this was a salon, right? There was a salon, and I identified all the errors they have been doing. So what the first error was, they have no engagement based on their posts. They have no engagement. They are not getting likes. They are not getting comments. There was nothing like this, and they have initiated no contests. They didn't have any AI-based chatbots, and they don't have any consistency in posting what they want to post. Very few festival based posts, you need to include them also. Not active on YouTube for the last 2 years, and YouTube videos with happy clients. They are using random templates for their posts, low quality graphics, not interacting with the audience, not leveraging the use of FB or Insta ads, negative reviews, quality control failure, right? No website lagging behind in competition, testimonials not connected. So these are all the problems actually, right? You need to understand that these are actually problems that people, you need to understand what are they lagging behind. You need to go through every bit of their online presence or whatever you are offering. You need to go through them, right? So this is something how you get the errors. You need to show them this in order to hurt their ego. So this is something they are lagging behind. So this was a sample report. You can make a report like this, right? Define the channels of operation where you want to start for them in order to increase their visibility or to ease their process. So you need to define the channel of operations. As I have stated earlier, you need to define from where you want to start, how will you go, and what will you achieve in order to increase the possibility, visibility, and how will you ease their processes, how will you do automations. So you need to show them the channels, right? So the pro tip is you can use illustrations and smart art, because actually from the words, people prefer seeing the visuals, seeing the charts. So you can use them and you can show them actually what they can get, right? So define the audience. Look for the people they are targeting and how can you help them achieve what they want. Like for the people for the saloon part, people he actually looking who is I'm giving you a practical example for the situation we are facing now. If I am someone who needs a haircut, so I prefer the location where there is proper sanitization and the zero chance, like I can say zero, but yes, very less chances of getting infected with COVID-19. So they are target. They if they are able to provide that kind of service, so they are targeting the people who are actually looking for the perfect place to get a haircut from without actually taking care of the money, because money doesn't matter, the health matters, right? And I want to get a haircut, so I'll be preferring the location, the place where there is a less chance. So you need to define, you need to look for the people, right? You need to do a research around this area, right? This is what you need to plan. This is different with different people, with different businesses, with different perspective. You need to be very careful whom you are targeting, how you are targeting, and why you are targeting, right? This is something you need to define. For example, if you are pitching about FB or Insta ads, you can actually dive into the business manager and show them the number of people they are missing out. You know, if you guys know about FB or Insta ads, if you know about the business manager, like what is business manager, so you need to show them what actually they are missing out, because this is something you need to understand. You need to show them the number. Like if I am a person who is focusing on my local area clients and I'm running a saloon and I'm targeting the people as I told you earlier, then I'll get the number in thousands. Like there are thousands of people who are actually willing to give the money in order to get a haircut with less chances of getting infected with COVID-19. So this is something you need to show them. You should have to show them the number, actually dive into the business manager, took out some screenshot, define the audience, and show them the number. Like, right? If you let's talk about the restaurant. If I am talking about the restaurants, you will get a number in millions. Sorry, right? You'll get a number in millions, and this is the practical case scenario when you will get a number in millions. You need to actually dive into this, right? You need to research through it. So how will you make a content strategy for them? And by making a content strategy, this can work for every business. If you are a social media influencer, if you are someone who is running a bakery shop, if you are running a saloon, if you are running a garment shop, if you are running, anything, anything. This works for every one of them. This is something you need to have. You need to make a content strategy for them, right? So how many contents are there? How many type of contents is there? Right? There are, uh, you know, 8 to 9 types of contents. So this is something you need to have. So the number one type of content is helpful content. How you can help the people, right? By what all of us have a different knowledge, different perspective, right? So how can you help people by your content, well, around your field? This is something you need to have. So after that is personal and organizational. Like how will you need to showcase what you have achieved in your organization till yet. Entertaining and engaging content, you need to show people how engaging your content is. How can you entertain with your content? You need to make a strategy on that too. Then comes the inspirational part. You need to inspire people with your content, right? You need to have a content strategy plan for the inspirational content, problem based solution, social proof, topical and current affairs, lead generation based, platform based, and lead generation. So I'm going to give you an example, maybe an example or two, right, around what actually can be the content, right? So let's just see. Suppose let I have to make a content strategy for a gym. So what is the helpful content? What is the type of helpful content? Like how to burn belly fat with home exercise? Can this be a helpful content? Right, this is something actually helpful. This is something you need to pitch, right? Like yes, this is the if you are going, whatever the client you are approaching, you need to make a strategy like this for them, right? This, in my case, I approach the gym, and this is the strategy I propose. Like how to burn a belly fat with home exercise. This is the type of helpful content, potential personal and organizational. So, how many people have you transformed in the last year? This is something the organizational stuff. So you need to show them this, entertaining and engaging. So this is something which triggers the user to take an action. So, do you work out every day morning? This is something you can add in their content strategy. Like this is the type of content you can offer them, right? Inspirational. In the inspirational part, yes, it comes the part and related to health and CEO, which inspires the people actually. All right. After that comes the problem-based solution. So how to deal with obesity? This is something you need to focus on. You know, what is the problem in the market in which you are dealing, and how can they, how can you solve the problem of the people with your solutions, with your knowledge? And that actually matters. Social proofs, testimonials of the happy clients. This I already told you. You need to have testimonials of your happy clients. So you can also showcase this on social media in order to get other clients to yourself, coming to you straight away from your Instagram or social channels, right? Topical and current affairs. You need to create a content on topical and current affairs also, like how to stay safe from COVID, because ultimately a gym person is something which is dealing with the health. So you need to give health tips. You need to focus on the current affairs, like how to stay safe from COVID-19. Right, this is something you can do. Lead generation based, like you can ask people free demo training for 2 days. Whoever comes in is your lead. So this is something you can post up on your Instagram and in your Facebook, whatever the platform you are proposing your clients to. Right. So platform day based. This is something like a specialized step. You can give a one-on-one tips to keep up a good health using the exercises. This is something, and this can be an ebook. This can be an article, which is really, really great, really, really long. So this can be something you can propose to your clients, right? So this is something you need to have. So this type of content strategy will give you an edge. Like yes, they will. This is the time when actually getting clients attention on, actually, because this is the part where they can relate with, right? This is something they can relate with easily. So you need to have that 110% attention on this. You need to create a content marketing strategy for them in order to, you know this will help you cracking the deal, because this is something a lot of people miss out. I have seen people not working on this. Instead they just start on, we will do this, we will do this, instead of actually showing like how will you do this. You need to make a content strategy, right? So create comparisons with the competitors and show it to them. You need to be actually creating comparisons with your competitor, with their competitors actually, and show them like this is something you are doing and this is something your competitors are doing. So you need to differentiate between the process, right? When you are delivering your strategy, always build it in stages. You need to define the stages, make it easier for them to understand. Don't just write an article on what are you offering. You need to include stages, the step-by-step process, the you know define a process, explain the benefits. Define a process, explain the benefits, include bullet points, include some processes. This is something they are actually interested in, instead of a whole lot of article. You don't need to present something like that. You just need to be very clear in what you are offering. So as I said earlier, break it into steps, use the funnel system. The funnel system is something which contains the awareness, where you are telling the clients that yes, you are lagging in something and I can help you in that particular thing. Then you will show them their, whatever you are proposing. Not just directly proposing, you can show them the fear that if you don't do this, you will be losing this, right? This is something you can include. After that, it comes the channels, like you can do this by this, and after that it comes the strategy. We can help you do this by this, through this, right? This is something you need to help. You need to give them a clear understanding about. So you need to break it into steps. Give take them under your confidence. This is something which is going to really help you. And trust me when I say this, it works. It works a lot. So how to plan your deliverables? Now, after everything, whatever you have planned, whatever you have strategized, you have made a complete plan, right? You have made a complete plan. But how to plan your deliverables? What will you deliver and how will you deliver? So you need to include these three things in your deliverables very clearly. Even you have mentioned them earlier, but again you need to include this. What is your objective? What are you proposing? And how many hours that you are going to invest in? I have told you this exact thing in the very first slide, where I told you the three things you need to have for a good proposal, and exactly this thing you need to have in your deliverables. Because after everything, you need to actually show them that we are doing this, achieving you this by doing this and investing this much of our time. So this is what you know mm, will make them understand easily. Like yes, you are putting in effort for something. So you need to offer packages around your services. Makes it easy for your clients to choose. You don't just go to them, ask them like you can have this for this. No, you can afford the packages, right? You can offer the packages. Maybe he's not start. Maybe you are going, directly for a $300 package, and your client is not much. He's not much into investing this much at the time at the moment. So what you can do is go with short packages, medium packages, and the bigger packages. Show him exactly what he'll be getting out of that, and this is what may help you get him under your confidence. You can make your packages around this and like this is something which I offer for social media to my clients. You can actually show them what will they be getting out of which plan. You need to actually include it like this. Like I've been investing 10 days managing the social media account for you, posting one post per day for the 10 days. I'll maybe schedule them and I'll be increasing your followers, and you have some bonus for us also, from us also. So this is something you need to mention: basic plan, standard plan, premium plan. I'll also give you a template out of this. In LMS section, you will also get a template for what you can, if you are a digital marketer, if you have anything, you are proposing your clients, you are offering your clients, so you can do that also. So this is something I am helping you with. So let me walk you through few scenarios. What actually can happen when you go out in the market? So when I pitched a local store owner for their branding exercise, I showed them a complete journey. Like I include them. Uh, I include content planning. I planned everything for them. I planned the strategy on how I will be implementing. I prepared an engagement plan for them, like how will they be getting the engagement of their audiences. I planned the audience. I already included the lead generation plan for them. But the convincing factor was automation, because the thing they want is we are not able to do this. We can just give you the money, but we are not able to do this. So how can you help us making this automate? You know, they just want to invest in the money and they want results. This is something they asked to me. So this is something, the convincing factor of automation. You need to learn automation, how to automate this process, right? You cannot plan everything time and again. You need to have learnings. You need to have something around this. Sorry. You need to learn how to automate things, right? This is something which was, so only making a plan will not help you crack a deal, right? You need to have a great presence of mind also. And this changes from market to market, people to people, scenarios from scenarios. You need to have a great presence of mind. You need to actually analyze what are they feeling, what is their situation, how you can offer your services in a better way. This is what you need to have, right? So again, let's get to a recap. What have we learned yet? So I introduced you about objectives, where we set up the context in order to, don't lose the flow. And second, we set up the ego, where we heard their ego, we mentioned the errors, we identify the errors, we mentioned the errors, and after that, we did a competitor analysis. We defined what their competitors are doing, how they are doing. We define the channels. What are you targeting? What is their audience? Who is their audience? How will we target? Again, the audience persona, we targeted. We define the exact type of audience they are targeting, how is their audience, how everything about their audience, strategy, how will you deliver what you want to deliver, what is the process, deliverables, what will you charge, what will you deliver, how much time will you take. This is what we have learned when we have to plan in our delivers. And you have to make a slide which will not exceed 20 to 30 minutes of pitch. If you are giving your 30 minutes of time, then you will be confusing your client in this. So you need to be very sure, you make sure that you are not making this complete presentation of more than 20 minutes. 20 minutes is what I recommend, but you can get you can go maximum about 30 minutes. So this is what you need to understand. So again, follow me on Instagram if you have not already, and tell me your story. This is, action. I always focus on the quality content, quality people who actually wants to learn, and this is where you are. You're actually the ones who took the action, who enrolled in this workshop, who came for this, and actually took the action. All right. So this is what you are. So time has gone for ordinary digital marketers. Let me be very clear. If you are a digital marketer, I don't care. Time has gone for the ordinary digital marketers. This is the time where you need to be a technical, advanced digital marketer. Because at the time, if you go back 10 years, or just go back 2 years back, like just go back 2 years, you will find there was nothing such as automations. And in this particular scenario, when we talk about digital marketing, have you guys noticed whenever you enrolled for this workshop, you get email from me, reminders from me, those all were automated. I did nothing. I didn't send them. Those were automated, right? People have enrolled at the night also. How am I supposed to give them what they want in the night, right? So this was totally automatic. I have done nothing. Even at the right moment, even if now you will register for that event, you will see that actually this is happening. You are, this is something which you are lagging behind. Uh, Automation is really important. You need to understand why automation is necessary. So you need to be a technical, advanced digital marketer when we talk about the skills. So I'm gonna highlight 10 key skills required to make a profitable freelancing business. Right? This is the 10 skills which you need to have in order to get 10 key skills. All right, in order to get a profitable freelancing business, right? So I want you to rate yourself out of 10 for these 10 skills, and we'll get a total score out of 100 from and the last of last of this, right? So make sure to be honest with yourself, because you are not showing me what you got. You need to be honest with yourself. So rate yourself out of 10 for every skill I will show you, and make a total of whatever you got out of 100. So let's get started. Do you know how to create a landing page? Do you have landing page skills? Do you know how to create highly converting landing pages? Do you know how to SEO optimize them? Do you know how to optimize them for social sharing? How do you know about the tools like marketing, ClickFunnels, lead pages, MailerLite? Do you know about these tools? And do you know how to create a great user experience? Right? These are some things you need to have if you are actually trying out your luck in the freelancing, because you need to ultimately get your clients to the, whenever you are pitching your clients, you will get clients for sure using the strategy I mentioned you, using the art of proposal, because you got the talent, right? You understand the process. If you have understand the process, like this is what you have to do in order to pitch the clients, then when you are serving your clients, you need to make a strategy for them, and you might need this, not might, you will need this ultimately. So you need to have a landing page skills, right? So if you have this, if you know about this, rate yourself out of it. Email marketing skills. So are you able to draft email and subject lines that compels people to click, that people actually wants to click on your emails? Are you able to draft those types of emails? Do you, know about the toolkits like ConvertKit, Aweber, Mailchimp, Trim. Do you know how these things work? Do you know how the automation works on these things? All right, understanding user behavior and how to create a personalized experience. You need to get your user attached with you by sending him multiple emails. People are actually looking for the emails, people are actually seeing them, but what makes them connected to you is how you are offering them, what you are offering them. So, do you have those skills? Do you have email marketing skills? Can you understand what people actually want and how will they prefer when you present this? So, these are some things you need to have. Payment gateway integrations. Ultimately, this is the thing which you need most, right? You need to know how to integrate payment gateway with the businesses. If they are website, so you need to know how to integrate the payment gateway with the website. You need to understand how national and international payment gateway works, what are the transaction charges, how to set them up, like how to link your payment gateway with your Instagram bio, with your LinkedIn pages, and how will you understand your user behavior, right? This is something you need to plan. So this is something you need to propose. This is something you need to have. So marketing automation. This is again I told you, you need to be very careful in what you are offering. You need to automate the process. Without automation, this is really difficult for you to stand out in the market. And this is something you need to have. You need to possess when you are talking about the marketing automation. So you need to have, you need to know about the automating sales processes. You must be knowing about that, right? So how to automate purchases, of course, to excesses, right? How to automate the processes, how to automate the reminders. You might have seen my reminders coming to you at a timely period when I sent them. Actually, that was an automated process which sent you all the emails you are getting, right? How to use automating tools that's cost effective. Now, if you have a smaller audience base, you might not want to invest so much in tools which are really very expensive. So how to get the tools that are cost effective, how to automate using them, because you might be using, if you are using some small tools, you have to go for a bigger integration process. So this is something technical, right? You need to have marketing automation skills. So are you able to deliver a workshop? Whenever you are pitching your clients, you are actually, and keeping him engaged in what you are offering. So how to deliver a workshop even in this corona, in this period, you are not able to get to clients actually in front of them, and you are not able to pitch them face to face. So what you can do is how you can pitch them with the help of a workshop, with the help of a, PPT online seminar. How you can pitch them, how to deliver that, how to maintain high energy. If you are seeing me, I am not, I'm speaking from the last 1 hour 40 minutes, but I am on my high energy from the times, from when the seminar started, from when the workshop started, period. How to maintain your high energy and how to keep your audience engaged, how to tell your audience to take a certain actions. You need to actually focus on these steps, right? So after that came the digital advertising. You need to have a skill set where you know how to run ads on Instagrams, how to run ads on Facebook, how to write a great advertising headlines which will compel or trigger your users to take the action, how to optimize your ads for the best performance, how to evaluate your performance, how to define the ROI, return on investment, for the businesses you are running ads for, and how will you innovate the ads, how will you implement a technique to innovate your ads. So you need to have that skills. If you have good control of the good grasp over the skill, you can just add yes. You can rate yourself out of 10 for this. Do you know how to set up a learning management system? Which platform to use, how to upload, how to manage, how to keep the students engaged, how to understand students' behavior with respect to your course. So do you have the skills? Because ultimately, I told you, knowledge is a new currency. Either you keep it to yourself or you will share your knowledge. So ultimately, you will be needing a learning management system. So you have a great grasp of the learning management system? Do you know how to maintain them? Do you know which one to use and how to use it? Because every learning management system is different. Everyone has its own pros and cons. So do you know which one to choose and which is the best suited for your business? So learning these are automatically very great skills. So, do you have copywriting skills? Ability? Do you have the ability to write persuasive ad copy? Because writing an ad copy is really important when it comes to the businesses. You need to, what I'm meant by a copy is the description, right? The description of your content, the description of your ad, the description of your Instagram posts. So the description on your landing pages. So this is something which is, really, really important. So are you able to do all these things? Are you able to write a great content which actually is compelling to the users who are watching your ads or who are coming across through your content? So this is something you need to have. Website building skills. Do you know how to create a kick-ass website that matters in 2021? Because in 2021, as we have seen that you need to have a website, you need to have an online presence, right? You need to be present online. Whatever your business is, doesn't matter, but your online presence is must in order to get the maximum out of your business, right? You need to have a blog integrated website. You need to learn how to do SEO on your website. You need to have key elements that both people on the first look, right? You need to add those elements onto your website. So do you have a website building skills? If you have, rate your website on the rate yourself on that basis. So community development, the last and foremost skill is community development. Are you able to create, manage, and nurture community? Because ultimately nurturing your community will help you get a great grasp over over their mentality, over their mindset. So you need to have a great skill and how to maintain a community, how to drive engagement in the community, how to organize something which will keep them engaged to you. They will surely be triggering. You need to trigger something in order to get them under your influence. So this is the process of community development. So are you able to do this? If you have a score between, now this is the final score, if you have a score between 0 to 30, so you might finally be disappearing, because this is the part where you actually disappear. You are not seen by the people, you are not being able to see by the people because you do not have those skills, right? You need to have those skills in order to get best out of your services, right? Because it's like being there and not being there. You can relate that, right? And if your score lies between 40 to 70, then you are having a lot of headache because you don't know actually how you have those skills, but you don't know how to go with the process. This is the difficulty you might be facing. You might be missing the automations, you might be missing the process, how you can go for, and you might be missing the perfect type of audience you should be targeting. You might be missing something, right? So this is something you need to focus on. And if you are something between 80 to 100, then you might be living your life fully, because you might be having all those skills which is required for running a successful freelancing business. You might be an expert already. So this is something you need to have, right? So when I started freelancing, I had no clue how to sell my services, and literally saying my first attempts failed miserably. I don't know where to start. I wasted my all connects, I wasted my all bets on platforms, and it gave me nothing. It gave me like zero, right? I failed miserably. I don't know where to start, how to start. So what I did, I surrendered to my mentors. I learned things. I learned a lot means a lot. When I say I learned, I have given my nights, days, everything to learning the process. When I learned the process, this is something which I have learned from people around me, right? All right, so this is something you need to focus on. So sales is an art, right? Sales is what? It's in science. You need to learn how to sell something. So this is what I have taught you already, that how to pitch, how to go for offering your services. It's all a process. It's not just you can go and offer your services and anyone gonna buy it. No, you can't, and no one gonna will buy it, and no one gonna be buying your services. You need to have that extraordinary talent. You need to have that perspective and actually seeing what people are offering, right? And actually pitching what you are offering. And with practice, all of us can change the game. Do you agree with this statement? Right? Because when we are talking about practicing things, A lot of people lag behind. A lot of people say, "Yeah, no, I'm the expert," but no one is an expert. We all have to practice eventually, and we have to do this, right? So with practice, this all comes with practice. You will find different types of clients whenever you go out in the market, and you need to chase the game by becoming an expert, by understanding what people are, facing the problems, how to solve the problem. Make sure to analyze different perspectives, different types of clients, note them down, that how this can help people, how have you had this type of client, how have you had. So whenever you will tackle same type of client the next time, you will be able to deliver your stream type of approach, and ultimately you'll end up closing the deal. So this is something. So to live a life of abundance, you should not just work harder but work smarter. So this is something I proposed. This is something I told you already, because you need to work smarter. You don't need to go very hard. You don't need to call 100 of your clients and ultimately convert one or maybe zero. But you need clients to come to yourself because you are offering them which no one can. So this is something you need to focus on, right? So 2020 has redefined the way people should work. You have seen this. Your face will change your business face. This is something I personally feel, because something you can do can change. Because if you are doing something in your market, then people will start observing you ultimately. People will start seeing that yes, they are implementing different type of strategies to grow their business and they are doing really great. So why can't we do that? So this is something you need to do. People should be approaching you to learn, yes, how do you do that? Right? This is something you need people to do, right? So how many of you realized, a quick question to you, how many of you realized you learned a lot in the last yes, 2 hours? It's almost 2 hours. So how many of you realized that you learned a lot? Right? There might be a few people who feel like, yes, this was something extremely engaging, and I know this is something which I present from my own experience, and this is something lots of big companies are doing. So you should be focusing on this very carefully, right? So how many of you realized that eventually it's less about you and more about how you improve your skill sets, right? This is something you need to understand. It's not about you, it's not about what you are doing, it's all about how are you improving your skill sets. You are learning, you are in a learning phase, you are learning things, you are learning how to deal with the people. No, so you need to understand how will you improve your skill sets, right? So this is the way to go for it. So I am presenting you the ultimate freelancing unlocked course. So this is the course which is totally based on the people who wants to build the career in freelancing and they want to get maximum out of the freelancing career. So I'm gonna introduce this with you, and I would like to share some things with you about that. So this is a 45 days live virtual program. This it comes with the no pre-recorded videos, right? This has template for ads, for landing pages, webinars, workshop, emails, everything you can imagine, right? No pre-recorded videos means you will get live on interactions with me, one-on-one interactions with me. You will be learning everything directly from me. If you have anything in your mind, if you have any doubts, you will get directly to me, right? So this is something which you'll be getting out of this program. So these are some things. So if you go for a course like this in the US, then it will cost you like around $10,000, because ultimately you will be making thousands of dollars in the freelancing if you go for this something. But you just need to automate the process, learn the process. You just need to actually look for the things what people are doing, right? So actual investment of the course is 9,999, right? This is something. So how many of you are willing to purchase this course if I offer you for this price? And trust me when I say this price is nothing when you go out actually in the market and you look for a course which is offering you this. And I will be telling you what will you be getting in this course. So this is a 9-in-1 bundle in which you will be getting niche discovery secrets, landing page secrets, curriculum secrets, email marketing secrets, payment gateway integration secrets, learning management secrets, automation secrets, traffic secrets, workshop sales secrets, and freelancing 101. all those things is included in this particular course, and along with the freelancing part, how to implement these in your freelancing. You will be learning directly those skills from me, right? And that's just not it. You will be getting a bonus out of that. You'll be getting a website building workshop which costs 9,999. You will be learning how to build a website from scratch. Even if you are a non-techie, you don't know how to build a website, how you don't know any coding, you don't know any technical stuff. I'll be teaching you that from the scratch, right? From the very scratch, you'll be learning that. Bonus two, you will get a ready to use templates for success from Canva, and this you'll be getting around 25 templates which you can use for your apps, which you can add for your proposals, right? You can directly use them for your clients to make PPTs and pitch them. You just need to fill in the blanks and you will be ready to go. So this is also you are getting. Again, if you're an Instagram influencer, you are looking forward to grow your Instagram account, you are looking forward to get most out of your Instagram, you will be getting this also as a bonus. And this also does the same, this is also the same, right? You'll be getting the bonus number three, which is around this. Bonus number four, you will be getting a premium WordPress theme, pro version of a landing page builder, premium e-commerce tools, and this all comes with a lifetime access. This is costing this one. If you go for a single theme, I'm gonna tell you a single theme and a simple theme. I'm talking about the premium, right? So if you go for a simple theme, it will cost you around $60 for 1 year, right? You will not get that for a lifetime. But I am giving you a premium WordPress theme from lifetime. Again, if you go for a landing page builder, it will cost you around $49 for 1 year. So again, I'm giving you this for the lifetime. Premium e-commerce tool. If you go out for just search for one theme, one tool, and one builder, it will cost you around 30 to 40,000 if you actually go for searching these tools. But you will be getting this worth 14,999 for free, right? So yes, of course, you will be getting sales offer on exclusively, right? On every tool which will be using like Zapier, uh, Zenler, all those tools. I'll be introducing them to in the course. So you will be getting, offers on like you will save up to 1,50,000 on those tools if you actually use those tools, right? So total investment of this course is you'll be getting ultimate freelancing unlocked, website building workshop, ready to use Canva templates, Instagram influencer mastery, and premium WordPress themes and plugins. So this is all you will be getting, and the total amount is 54,995. But I got an offer for you who all are watching this seminar, who all are watching this workshop. I got a really interesting offer for you only for the attendees, which is exclusive offer for attendees, and it is only for 4,999, and this is just for a limited time of period and only for the attendees. If you will come back to me asking for the same in later on, I'll not be giving you at this price because this will go much higher on the later on, right? So if you are ready to learn, if you are ready to invest, if you are ready to start your career as a freelance, you want to learn the step by step process actually in the field, in the live projects, actually working on the live projects. You want to see how an agency works, you want to see how to automate an agency, right? So this is something for you, right? So this is the time. If you have any questions, you can ask me directly, or we will end the session after the discussion. I'm open to for your questions. If you guys have any questions, you can just ask me, right? So I am here for your questions. You can also add your questions in the comment section in the LMS section. There is a forum for you. You can add your questions directly over there. I'll be answering them. Whatever your doubt is, I'll be clearing them on. And this is the session. This is something which you need to understand the processes. If you have any questions, you can ask me right now. I think that will be all for the session. And yes, okay. Thank you very much, guys, for attending this session. And I would like to end the session over here because I don't think you guys have any questions. So if you still have any questions, you can just go on in the LMS section, put your questions over there. And yes, this is all about this, right? So, thank you. thank you guys again for attending this session. I hope you guys have enjoyed this session so much, and you guys can leave if you want.